So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. 45. Dzień dobry. It's in Polish. Hello. So we have 30 minutes. So it's not long, and I'm talky guy, so I will try to do only 2 slides. And I ask because I supposed to do the whole presentation, but I specialize to, you know, as a forward manager, to move some tough scenarios to my people. So Robert will help me to manage it. We will try to do as educative as possible. So I will try not to do any marketing here. But of course, I need to tell you at least 2 slides what we are doing as a company, when we are and how we started. So I'm Paweł. I'm CEO at Storware. Actually moved into the CEO a few months ago. I was the main architect and a CTO since the beginning, so the 12 years ago we decided to be a backup vendor. So as a founder, without any extra investment, we started 3 of us. Right now we are close to 50 people, selling the software, backup software to more than 140 countries. And what we are really proud of is that we decided in 2015 to do a KVM backup. So our mission was nobody cares about the KVM that days from the data protection perspective. Everybody care about the VMware and a Hyper-V, and still the most vendors are concentrated there because this is the 85% of the market. And the data protection market is worth something like $14 billion. So everybody are there, but we decided let's try to do the enterprise grade data protection and care about the open source community. So we decided with the KVM legacy data protection, then we moved into the other distributions. Here we of course will concentrate on the OpenStack. We supported the OpenStack since 2019, and to be honest, and not because we are here in the open infra, but we noticed that the OpenStack, this is something huge for us, not only for us, but also for partners and customers. And we heavily started to invest in the feature set that you will see in a minute through the live demo. Of course, there are some other distributions that we are supporting, we call key sources, but as we're showing and try to simplify the architecture, on the left you can see what we are protecting. On the right side, this is where the targets can be. So many times you can buy into our booth and says, okay, what is your differentiator between the Veeam and the other players on the market? We say, in a simple word, show me the Veeam or show me other vendors who really care about the KVM space. Show me how many KVM based distribution can be. And what we believe in is that you as a customer, you as a partner, you should have a choice. So you could go into the OpenStack or KVM, or it's let's say Oracle, IBM, HPE, whatever you would like to have, plus VMware. So we don't say VMware is bad, but we love to migrate, of course, customers from the VMware to KVM. But at the end, you would like to have a choice. So you need to choose the proper virtualization engines that suit to your needs and to the money, because right now the major constraint is the money behind the scenes. Not in VMware, but also in the other backup vendors. So what we also have in common is that we can integrate with the other backup vendors. This is quite new because every backup vendor is trying to build their own islands, but we're saying, we know that IBM doesn't have this functionality like KVM-based hypervisor, Dell doesn't have it. And you can find the store, for example, in a Dell offering, it's called Dell vProtect. This is a store with some limited functionality. We also sold through the IBM or through the company called OpenText worldwide. But they do not concentrate on the OpenStack as we do. So today we will show you actually the OpenStack. The OpenStack with the 2 different strategies that Robert will show you. The first one is the disk attachment strategy, the most commonly used. But of course, Robert will tell you that you should have a Ceph. We like when you have a Ceph behind the scenes. It's not that it's mandatory, but when you have a Ceph, we speak directly with the Ceph monitors, and you can transfer the data and snapshot in the Ceph and all of the increments from the Ceph itself, which giving us a really huge boost from the performance perspective. And when we're talking about the OpenStack implementation, we're talking about the hundreds of terabytes or even the petabytes, the data to protect. When we have a bigger environment, it's important that you need to know that we have a node and this server stored all of the metadata and keep the orchestrate and has its own API access. You will see through the web UI. The node is the data mover. So if you have a huge environment, we can multiply the nodes based on the number of the concurrent jobs that you need to run. The best practices right now is to do not have more than 20 simultaneous jobs per node. So imagine that we would like to run 80 or 100 simultaneous backup or for the OpenStack. Imagine that we have 10,000 instances to protect. So our recommendation will be, if you would like to have 100 concurrent backups, going into the 5, maybe 6 nodes. And one of our biggest implementation that we've seen, it's an 8-node implementation, 1.0 petabyte backup daily, covered by, let's say, 8 nodes with the Ceph incremental backups, etc. 30 minutes, so we will not go through all of the details, but you can see how easy it is. I'm just of course joking. The restoration process, Robert will show you in the details. The second strategy is the SSH. So we noticed that some customers, they don't want to use the disk attachment. There are some limitations, especially in the quotas, because each snapshot and each strategy is, let's say, adding the new data and can bring the issue with the quota, especially in the OpenStack. So we have an alternative scenario when we touching and we sending the data through the connecting through the SSH straight away to the host and transferring the data straight away for the OpenStack host. This is sometimes it connects to the security issues because we need to have the proper access to the host. None of every customer or partner would like to give us this access, so they can move into this attachment. Of course, let's talk about the also, which is important in the OpenStack, is maybe you would like to plan to build the backup as a service offering, or to having a better billing option, because maybe you are so big that you would like to differentiate different divisions of the different countries and give your proper division or the end user the specific access, not to the store itself, but to the having the opportunity to protect by specific tenant. So we build the plugins. This is a Horizon plugin that allowing us to doing a backup jobs and the restoration from the tenant perspective. Robert will show you in the details. And the first time we will show the Skyline plugin. So we also see the need that many of the OpenStack shops customers moving into the Skyline, and they would like to build also as a managed service providers the backup as a service offering. The beauty is that you don't need to use the Storware. Storware is fully hidden behind the scenes, and you can easily with us build the billing mechanism or the service running on a specific tenant. So end user will just click dashboard, going into the virtual environments, they will see their own machines related to this tenant, and they can bring the basic functionality like backup, restoration process, etc. So Robert, let's jump into the demo. I don't want to wrap too much time on the slides because I have 26 slides equals to the 1 hour, and we have 30 minutes. The first question, because I have 3 gifts to move on. Why why you think it's important to use the third-party backup vendor against, let's say, the script-based or the native options to protect the OpenStack? What are, let's say, the three major key benefits to using a vendor such as Storware or the other vendor who has a natively agentless data protection for the OpenStack? Tough question. I know, it's not ABC.
I would say one of the things is that what I would personally miss is, for example, in the backup is that you are not able to see within or restore a specific file within the volume. That is, for example, missing. So other one is that I'm not able to schedule.
So scheduling, individual file restoration.
Yeah, overview and how big the backup is.
And the third, what do you think? In most cases, responsibility. So if you take in the third-party vendor, you would like to put the responsibility on the vendor. This is how it goes, and take it up. Good answer. And you know, many times when we compare and discussing Paweł why we should go into the Storware, it's not only Storware, but why we're using the Vim for the VMware. It's if we can use the CRM or the other tools internally in a VMware because of the responsibility. Why we have a Microsoft 365 data protection, even if we have native M365 data protection and then backups in the Microsoft. Because also we have a 3-to-1 rule. Every backup vendor is talking about it. So at least 3 copies, two sites, 2 different media, and one media should be offsite. So when you have a native or a third-party backup, you can take this responsibility and feature set for those vendors. Okay, Robert.
Yes, hello. My name is Robert Budzaj. I am in Storware, research and development team manager. So today I will show you how you can create the backup instances and allow external customer access to his data in the cloud, and how we can allow that customer do something in OpenStack perspective side. So I will have here our UI. This is Horizon instances for this demo OpenStack, and this is Skyline with our new plugin. I will use 3 of them because I need to switch between instances. This is OpenStack with the 2 regions, 4 domains, and 4 to 8 plus 8 domains. 2 regions, 4 domains, and 8 projects. So now I need to find the instances which I want to run the backup. It should be region 1, domain 1, project 2. So domain project 1.
You didn't simplify it.
Yes, it was. It was good idea to prepare.
Yeah, I just told you 30 minutes ago that join me. So you know he has plenty of time to prepare. So.
Yeah. So here we are. So these instances have the backup because I run this for the full backups and the backups incrementals. We can run backup based on the snapshot. In theoretically is the best approach because we can directly communicate with the sender and and through the Cinder driver we can communicate with any storage in the backend without Ceph. When we have in the background Ceph, we skip the all communication through the OpenStack API and Cinder communication. We direct talk with the monitors from the Ceph. We are using native tools from the Ceph to create a snapshot and different snapshot for the instance volumes, and also we transfer this data directly to our mover without OpenStack API calls. So from the performance perspective, it's the best option for the huge environment.
Please just run backup and we'll show how the workflow looks like.
I need to, in console, create something new.
You are more demanding,
I want
so
to
you don't...
show that we really can do that. Maybe. Yes, this is like demo, not video, so.
So we have a huge probability that it doesn't work. Yes, that's good. Which is good. Which is real.
What is the time?
3:01.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Clear, cut, open, infra. So I created inside the file with the name open infra with text inside 3 p.m. Now, from the perspective of our plugin in Skyline, we can run backup. Not that VM instance, that instance. Backup. Here we receive the information that full or incremental, so I want to create the incremental, save. And that is all what customer from the plugin see. In the background, now we start a full process of backup. It is seen in our task console that now we start the process backup type export. So this is the first stage when we call OpenStack for the Cinder, create the snapshot for volumes which belongs to that instance. Next step, we create from that snapshot volume. That volume we connect to our data mover. Next, we try to read this connected volume, find inside new blocks. This is important because this is our own solution. We are working with a 64 megabytes size of the block. And next, when we find new blocks in this volume, we transfer this new block to our backup destination. Next, yes.
So backup destination, just one interruption, Robert. You see ZFS, so we lately use heavily ZFS as a deduplication and a compression target. We've seen that in a scale like 100 terabytes plus, it works great. Only one limitation, or what we don't like, is ZFS loves to have heavily memory. So each terabyte deduplicated, it will cost you a compute. But we build the appliance, and not only for the OpenStack, based on the ZFS and the Storware, and we've seen that deduplication can be, starting from the 7, 8, even to 20, 30 to 1. So it will pays off from the storage perspective, and even if you have a second, one of the most used deduplication appliances worldwide is the data domain. We also use a native DDBoost API to build the virtual synthetic full retention log. So all of the good features that is connected to the data domain because of the relation with the Dell that we sell in our software through the Dell's channels.
Because I love open something. So here is my compilation Open ZFS. we've activated a few additional features. So this is almost the -1 beta version from the ZFS with plenty of our tests insights with our laboratory. And here, how can you see, is Storware backup destination NFS on ZFS. Why? Because this installation of OpenStack has 4-hour data mover, and each of them can cover OpenStack and can restore instances between regions. So you can backup instances from region 1, domain 1, and restore the same instances with the almost same metadata instances in the region 2, domain 4. We are using NFS for that because it allows us share the common backup destination. Second information for you, we are using NFS 4.2 version. This is also important because 4.2 allows us using synthetic file system. What is synthetic file system? Synthetic file system allows us create firstly incremental forever strategy, and secondly each incremental backup for you is as a full, because background we created from our incremental backup full backup. So if you want to restore backup from point of the time, you don't need to keep grandfather, father, son. You choose only point on the time, and we provide full restore from the full backup procedure.
We'll just go into the instance.
Yes,
just show the.
Here we finish the backup.
We have 10 minutes, so we need to run.
Yes.
And we know how it goes.
I want to run one moment. I run restore, file level restore.
Okay.
This customer has the backup, zeros. We have the huge airbag, so I create very fast.
You would like to show the airbag in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is also the good. In the meantime, I will tell a little bit story related to the airbag. We don't have natively multi-tenancy, and we don't want to because we're using the multi-tenancy in the OpenStack. But if you would like to create a special, let's say, account for the client in the Storware account, we can assign this user to the specific entity, to specific VM, specific projects. This is what I see Robert is trying to do right now. Ambitious Robert. Like for the 10 minutes presentation. So Robert's showing you.
I will be very fast.
Yeah. So Robert's showing you the.
Go,
and I will explain. Go.
Okay.
It will be faster. This is the hybrid mode. The hybrid mode. Yeah. I will be your mouth. Not as good as you, but I will show my best. So Robert is choosing the per project, giving the access to only the specific IDs. This is what you see actually in Horizon. Privileged context is you can go to the specific entity, plus we can create a visible what actually menu the user should see. Only read or read only or the write. So let's create it and relog in. I guess this is what I would like to show.
I allow this customer only procedure mount. Procedure mount allow customers recover one file or folder exception from backup operating system inside instances.
So why we call it mount? Because we use the guestfs tool, so we mount the full image of the disks, and we use the guestfs tools on a Linux to just directory individual files. So Robert will create a role, groups user goes into the admin panel with this specific user, and you're supposed to see the limited data. You click wrong. You see? Too fast. Got you. It's supposed to be video.
Backup is still working.
No, this backup is still working. I knew that I will get you.
Everything is under control. It's only software.
Only software. Because, again, this is the questions that many times we've been asking. Okay, why I don't use the native Cinder backup, freezer, whatever you can use script. You can do by your own, but in the end, believe me, in case of heavy disaster recovery, heavy problems, you would like to have as easy option to click few things as possible. And again, the responsibility is on us, on my team, etc.
You see the menu on the left side is very primitive. Instance is only 2 because this is from project 2, region 2, zeros 2 from the different project, because this is not present. These instances was removed and we still have these instances in our source because we have still backup for the instances, and customer can restore these old instances from the previous backups.
Do restore.
Also, I don't have permission to restore.
So mount, please mount.
So you see that I don't have permission. I only have permission to the mount.
You know, sometimes when we're doing this, we're doing the backups for the 12 years, so we have some dry jokes that our customers, they cannot restore if they will not purchase the additional licenses, so they can have a restoration. This is some dry jokes that we need to put into the language, so you choose in the snapshot.
You see there plenty of incremental backup. This is empty circle, so it's a synthetic incremental backup, so I choose last mount. Now what is going on? Now we again return to the console and we have the task type mount, which is 2 steps. Restore, so firstly we need to restore this data from the backup destination, and next, based on the node, our data mover, which is choose correctly for this procedure, we try to mount these instance volumes and get access to the inside file system. It takes about 2 minutes because this is a very slow environment on our side. Plenty of text.
Can you show the dashboard? What is inside the dashboard when we first time log in?
Yes, dashboard. I want to return to the ZFS. Please look at that, because this is our installation of ZFS, so we have plenty of control, full of control of this installation. This is a real environment. Here you have the full information what this backup destination keeps on his space. You can see that is plenty of terabytes, and the duplication ratio now you have 29 to 1. So this physical storage has 900 gigabytes storage, but using the duplication radio, it's hidden. You can use this for the now 25 terabytes source of data.
Robert, just click on the policy and auto assignment. The last thing that normally we need something like 1.5 hours, 2 hours to show the basics. Right now we have 15 minutes, so it's quite aggressive way how to do the presentation. But example, one of the Disney group, like 5 years ago, they decided to go into the Storware. It was a BAMTech company, and they have roughly about between the 3,000-4,000 VMs, and we allowing customers to build the regulation expressions. So automatically, when we find the proper name, we automatically assign to the policy. So it will goes into the scheduling, etc. So we've seen first time this customer that simplified. He didn't touch, let's say, the UI. He did everything from the CLI and the API approach, assigned everything, and didn't touch the backup for the next months or so. So he showed the strength of the way how we build the system, and just show the rules. Robert, rules, and you can have a multiple rules per policy. Instance is connected to the specific policy, and the rules is always saying about the retention, about the scheduling, and about the plus immutability. We using the chatter flag on the XFS or do not allowing override the backups in case of any ransomware attack. The only disadvantage is that if somebody will take the root access, they can change the flag. We know it, so it's not best scenario, but it's let's say with the basic functionality, we will work on the cyber bunker philosophy in the next years ahead. When Robert clicked the mount, this is a second question. What actually what we are doing on the node when the mount operation is working? I said about how we browsing, what we are using on the Linux. Which tool?
Guest tools.
Guest tools. There we go. Guest FS tools.
I have a third question.
Third?
Yes, for you.
For me?
Yeah, not for you,
For him?
for audience.
There you go.
I need to receive access to the operating system inside instances and to get access to the file system running inside these instances. How? Where is level of security, logins, authorization?
But you can allow file access in a guest agent, and if it's allowed inside the VM, then hypervisor can access files.
Okay, but in the Windows?
Is it
We are not using Windows.
OpenStack?
Robert, show them out because we're running out of time. Show that the operation is finished.
Okay.
It's finished, so just go on the
Mount.
yeah.
So
So
you
mount
see,
backups.
I haven't mount option, so I set the correct airbag, of course.
No, go on mount. No worries. No
I
worries.
need to change the correct configuration. Because why I mount, read, save. Everything needs to be live. So now I have mount, details, file system, browse. This was serious, so home, serious, open infra, download.
It's also the remote upload, so you can use the SSH to send to the other host. But right now we use a RESTful API to download to the admin.
Successful web
Of course, we'll. Yeah, good.
My mistakes, obvious.
And he got the information 30 minutes ago, so double good for Robert. Guys, last question from our side. I said in the beginning when we created the Storware, how many years ago we started the company?
6.
No, 6 years we started the OpenStack, but we also
10 years?
You're right.
sorry.
10 years?
No.
9, 14.
No.
13.
No. Okay, another question. 12. Another question. It will be the same. So, what is the best software for protecting the open
Storware.
It's not a good answer. So who was the first one? He was the first. That was a good. It was. Guys, we trying to. We're doing our best. Of course, if you will play with us, you will find some bugs, like in every software, etc. We try to do it our best. We have right now more than 1,000 customers. We have heavily.
Don't have errors, only for the 94.
We trying to be as close to the customers and the partners as possible. So we are, let's say, like I said, small backup shop. But we're trying to be a leader here. We're going into the right direction. Hopefully, you will see in years ahead more and more Storware. We have a huge amount of the interest in last year, especially in the OpenStack. That's why we are here, and we have a huge amount of the new features that we are planning for the next years ahead. So, just followed us on LinkedIn. We are quite active there, or we are in a booth having my visit card. So we love to have a human touch. We are not corporation, and we planning to not be in the next decade or so. And if you have any questions related to the backup, not only for the OpenStack, for the other hypervisor, just come by and ask us. And thank you for your attention, having you here, and have a great day and a great event. What else? No, it's finished.